Hello class, and welcome back to my math lesson videos. I hope you had a good Monday and I hope you got checkpoint 1 done and requested feedback. We are moving on to checkpoint number 2, but first we have some shout outs. So for period 1, my shout out goes to Toka. She did a great job finishing checkpoint number 1 and working on challenge IXL problems. For period 4, we have Katie. Great job, Katie, on showing perseverance on checkpoint number 1 until you got green. And for period 5, Bismarck. Bismarck did an awesome job watching the video and then getting green after watching that video. So awesome job on your checkpoints. We're going to move on to checkpoint number 2. We're going to start by defining rational numbers. The unit is called rational numbers, so of course you should know what that means. Rational numbers are fractions / decimals and their opposites. Okay, so we could be talking about -1/2 and 1/2, or even whole numbers, -2 and 2. We're talking about positive and negative numbers. So again, we have our number line, and we're going to place these 4 numbers on the number line. We're going to start with -2. So -2 is going to be on the negative side of the number line, to the left of 0, and it is 2 away from 0. So we're going to put it right over -2, and we're going to label it -2. Next, we have +2. It's going to be on the right side of 0 because it's a positive number, and it is 2 away from 0. 1, 2, right above 2. There we go. So now we're moving into decimals. This gets a little trickier. So -1.8 is a negative number. That means it's going to be to the left of 0. We're going to go 1 over from 0, and then we know we still need to go an extra 0.8 away from 0. So we're going to keep going, keep going. It's not quite -2. It's going to come right before -2. And we got -1.8. Okay? So it comes to the left of -1 because we're getting further away from 0. That's the case with negative numbers. Now we're going to go to 0.2. It's a positive number, so it's going to come to the right of 0. It's a small decimal, so it's going to be right after 0. It's not quite 1. It's closer to 0, 0.2. Okay, so we have our numbers on our number line. If you're confused about where they are on the number line, watch that part of the video again. Now we're going to go and place them in order from least to greatest. So the smallest number is going to be furthest left on the number line, -2. And then we're just going to read them across left to right. Next is -0.18. And then keep going, get 0.2. And then after that, our biggest number is 2. Okay? So if you get stuck on the checkpoint, I recommend writing out a number line so that when it comes to ordering them from least to greatest, you can just read from left to right on the number line. The negative numbers are always going to be smaller than the positive numbers. So even though 2 is bigger, since it's negative, it's actually going to be the smallest. It's the furthest away from 0. And even though 1.8 is pretty big, since it's negative, it's still going to come before 0.2. Negative numbers are smaller. They come first. And then the last question is, are there any opposites here? We remember that an opposite is a positive and negative of the same number. So we can see here that we have -2 and 2. They're opposites because they're both 2 away from 0. -2 is 2 to the left. It's a negative number. +2 is 2 to the right. Okay. So that is our lesson for today. Your assignment is to finish checkpoint number 2 on Summit and then request feedback. If you have any questions, you can call me, text me, write to me in GoGuardian. You can DM me on Instagram. Lots of options. This checkpoint needs to be done before you go to bed tonight, and checkpoint number 1 should be done in green at this point. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Good job today, guys. I will see you later.